I know that no matter what I say to some of you, you are just gonna fight me tooth and nail about cooking anything. So I'm trying to make this as easy as possible, really not just for you, but for me. I don't have time to sit in the kitchen all day, and not that I don't like to cook, because I kind of do, but you know, it doesn't have to be complicated and elaborate. So I'm gonna break it down for you as much as I possibly can so that you hardly have to do anything. You could just like buy the food and put it in your mouth. The next level would be that you have to prepare a little bit, you know, maybe cut something. Sorry. But the third step, and it'll just stop there, is that once in a while you're gonna have to turn a burner on. You're gonna have to press a button on the oven. That's it. It's really not that complicated. And I'm gonna break it down for you so that you can see how simple it is. I do not want you to take my word for it. Of course not, even though I want you to trust me. But I want you to see for yourselves how easy simple cooking can be. So we're going to make a recipe that I actually made up, kind of like it's not, you're gonna see, it's so not a big deal. So I don't wanna like make it sound like I'm some chef. But it came about because my family likes fried rice, and like, hello, you know, me, Gail, I'm not gonna be making fried rice anytime soon, but I wanted to come up with a healthier version of it that was really simple, and I love that my kids like to cook, so I wanted just to be able to do a few steps and kind of like leave it up to them and say, okay, you make the faux fried rice. So I want you to see how I'm doing it, and I can't imagine that after you watch this, you're not gonna be like, okay, I gotta stop being a baby about this cooking thing. You are so gonna be able to do this. The very first step in creating this faux fried rice is we're gonna cut up some asparagus. We're just gonna make little tiny small pieces, and yeah, not that difficult. So I'm gonna cut the ends off of it first, and I'll discard those. Okay, so all the ends are off, and then I really, yeah, see, I told you it was simple. You need some muscles. All right, and then just bite-sized pieces, really small, because we're just gonna mix this up into the rice. So, I don't know, maybe like ½ inch, maybe a little bit more. Get those stems away. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole stalk so you can see about how much I have here. And this is a great idea for anything that you do, like just mixing in some kind of vegetable is awesome because, you know, especially if your family or you are not like a lover of vegetables in general and you don't really know ever how to prepare them, if you mix them in with something else, it's not that it masks the flavor because it's still gonna taste really good, I think, because I love vegetables, but for you, if you don't love vegetables, it's gonna mix in with the other flavors and it's also gonna help to give some texture. And of course, aside from that, you know, the big push for me is just the health benefit. So, okay, now we have a whole bunch of asparagus all ready for the next step. Okay, you are all set to go. This is what you need to have in front of you. You have that chopped up asparagus that you just chopped up, and you have your olive oil, you have your low sodium soy sauce, you have 2 garlic cloves, a garlic clove crusher, hopefully. This is a great tool. And you have the 2 bags of either just the plain brown rice or the rice medley that you got from Trader Joe's that is microwavable. Now what I've done is I have microwaved this, which you will do, for 1.5 minutes. That's it. It calls for 3 minutes, but we're gonna finish cooking it in the pan, so you don't have to cook it all the way through. So this is already done, 1.5 minutes in the microwave, put that to the side. So the first thing is to turn on the burner. You can do it. Okay, we're gonna put it on a medium heat, and then we're gonna drizzle some olive oil in the pan. Okay, it's probably about 2 tablespoons. And you let that heat up a little bit, doesn't have to heat up a whole lot. Get everything else ready. And all you're gonna do is you are going to scoop your asparagus in the pan, and they roll all over the place, so don't let them escape. Like that. Okay, get them all in. I'll use my clean hands. And now you're gonna just let them cook. I mean, essentially they just have to get tender. If you're not sure of when that is gonna be, you wait until, of course, you start hearing some sizzle. That way you know it's cooking. And then you can always take a fork and just pierce them. Obviously the ends of the stalk are gonna take longer. So just make sure that they're nice and tender before you go on to the next step. You could walk away now. You could go work out. I was gonna say watch TV, but go do a 5-minute workout. Could do some push-ups. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so now our asparagus is done. I actually timed it. It took about 10 minutes. So you really don't have to sit over it. I just stirred it a little bit here and there. I kept it on a kind of medium flame, low to medium flame, and they are totally cooked. They do get a little brown, so that'll be another hint that they're cooked, and I did cut into one and it's nice and tender. So the next thing that you do is you add your garlic. And I'm gonna put my garlic in my garlic press. I'm gonna put both cloves in at the same time, because I am strong. And all you have to do is crush the little suckers. You really need some upper body strength. Okay, there we go. The reason that I didn't start with the garlic is because garlic tends to burn really quickly, especially if it is crushed. And we don't want a burnt garlic smell. So I put the garlic in, and then right away, I'm gonna cut open my bags of rice. I mean, I'm telling you, if I say simple, I mean simple. And I'm gonna dump them in the pan. I use 2 for a head of asparagus because I just think the proportions are good. And here we go, in there. Excellent, excellent. I'm such an excellent cutter and pourer of rice out of the bag. All right, then just mix it all together. It smells so unbelievable already. I'm like a garlic fiend, so just we put garlic in anything and it's amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir that up, and I'm gonna give this about, I'm gonna say about 3 to 4 minutes to really, really heat through. And then you'll see the finishing touch for our faux fried rice. Okay, the rice is cooked through. I didn't even have to add any more oil. I use a non-stick pan, so it wasn't necessary at all. And it's just so, it smells so delicious. And it's all mixed together. The rice is slightly browned also from putting it on the cooktop here in a pan. So that's how you get like the fried kind of taste. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a drizzle of low sodium soy sauce. I'm not adding any other spices. The garlic alone is great. You don't need salt because this is full of salt. Even though it's low sodium, it still has a lot of salt. So just a little bit of a drizzle of soy sauce. You'll hear it sizzle up a little. I love that sound. Okay, and then another mix. And now, I'm gonna let it cook for 2 more minutes, and that's it, and it will be totally done and delicious. And there you have it. This is my baby. Wait, I gotta stand on my tippy toes. This is my baby. It's her favorite side dish that I make. And she makes it herself sometimes. Not that she's a baby, but if I could put a kid in the kitchen to make something and it comes out perfect every time, you can do it. So go, enjoy.